Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Couple of quick clarifications. Number one, I'm trading futures. If you don't know what futures are, I'll put a link down below to a totally free 4-part series that'll walk you through the futures market and how it all works. And then second, I'm trading futures through a prop firm. What is a prop firm? How does a prop firm work? Which one am I using? You can find all that at the link up at the top of the screen there. I'll also put it in the description area. But in a nutshell, a prop firm is a way for you to have very little of your capital at risk, and then you have a whole lot of upside potential. So if that sounds like something that could be of value to you, then definitely check that out. And I think you'll appreciate a lot of the upside benefits. So the one thing with futures that's nice is they're open 23 hours a day, 6 days a week. So I'm actually starting off in the green here a little bit. Made some of these trades previously before, got the video recording here. But if you are somebody with a busy schedule, then yeah, the futures market does offer a lot of opportunity to find the time to put on some trades. So this is coming from, again, this being right down here, is coming from some oil trading. I'm going to watch the NQ out of the opening gates here. Opening gates being at 9:30 a.m. when the U.S. stock market opens is when futures usually get a bump and see more volume. So yes, futures are open around the clock, but they do see kind of a, well, you'll see what happens at 9:30 a.m. because that is when the New York Stock Exchange opens up. So I'll pause the screen recording software for now, and I'll be back as soon as I find a potential trade. I am looking for a potential break up to the white line. Wow, the yellow line here on oil. Had the nice move up, a bit of a pullback, see if it maybe wants to curl back upwards. So keeping an eye on that. Again, also watching, NQ right here. So I kind of feel like I'm back in my stock days, juggling back and forth, trying to watch multiple things at once. So that is the one thing nice about futures is usually I'm trading the same thing every single day, and I don't have to flip back and watch a bunch of things like, stocks where you're running scans and you're trying to track several different tickers. So I don't miss those at all. But like I said, I'm kind of having a little bit of a flashback to that right now. So yeah, I think I'm going to watch oil here. Okay, there we go. It is now 9:30. I'm going to try a buy right there. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. I am in. Out there for a nice scalp. And just like that, up 1290 now. I don't remember what that number was that. Either way, there we go. So oil, nice little trade right there. And that thing, you may be saying, which is a fair point for observation. Well, Clay, that thing, I mean, yeah, it came up. That's fine, Clay. But it's not like that was some sort of massive explosion or anything like that yet. How did you go up to now over 12? That's what I mean. Futures are fun. I'm telling you, futures are nice. Now, I don't mean fun in like the degenerate gambler. I mean, if you're a degenerate gambler, then yeah, go do futures. You will find your fix as a degenerate gambler. But all I'm saying is, futures move and they move very big, which is why the prop firm thing I would argue is very important because futures move and move big. If you are not careful, that is a two-sided coin. So, all right, I'll go ahead and pause and let's see what else we can find. All right, I am looking for a short here. Oh, okay, never mind. Straight up it goes. Alrighty then. I have changed to MNQs, which just means my things add up slower, that being the profit and loss. So if I'm correct, yeah, the gains aren't going to add up as quickly. But more importantly, at this point, if I'm wrong, the losses will not add up as quickly. So, and that's more so what I'm concerned about right now. Go back to oil. Go with the pullback here. Alerted to the private community real quick. So let me take a screenshot of that real quick. And then there we go. Out of the way there. All right, let's go back to MNQ. Ooh, yeah, okay, maybe I could still get. Go for a short right there at the red line. Got a couple of targets here just in case there's some sort of fast move down. Again, looking to get short at the red line. If that red line turns blue, I am in the trade. But right now, all this is just me trying to get into the trade. Never mind. You can try it now up here instead if it wants to pop up more. So if it wants to hit this high right here, I'll put in another order down. Well, nope. Not looking like it's going to happen here for me. Kind of thinking, do I try a breakout right there? But I don't know. That seems a bit sketchy. Seems a bit sketchy. Trying to avoid the sketchiness, right? That's pretty much what trading is, right? Try to avoid the sketchy. Well, how do I know what sketchy is? Well, you never quite know. Hence why trading is hard. All right, I will pause. All right, I'm looking for a short here at that red line. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? No, that's not news. That was just... I don't want to panic out too much, but that is... all right, I'm out. Well, so that is a situation where I'm glad I chose MNQ. That spiked so nice, but it was too fast. I couldn't take advantage of it. Now you got me thinking as you're about to be a break up to the upside now. I'm going to try. See if we can get this same crazy action to come back up through now. Maybe I would have been okay in hindsight, but that's all hindsight, right? Let's see if it wants to come back up. Check on oil real quick. Oil is breaking out. So there's that line that I alerted. That's what I mean about looking at different things, right? That's what I don't miss about stocks is, sometimes you miss things because you're looking at another stock and you're like, oh, wait, there it went. Well, that happened here. You saw, I took this screenshot and everything for y'all to alert the community. Took that trend line right there and then totally missed what would have been a beautiful breakout because I'm watching this one. Oh, the irony. So I missed what would have been a great trade, and I took a trade that was a loser. So, and I missed the trade that I missed would have been a winner. So gotta love when that happens. Is this finally the breakdown here? I think so. Okay, I'm short. Let's see it get down through that yellow line. In fact, I might add if it breaks down through there. I will add. Just in case there's another one of those little spiky spikes, I want to be prepared this time. Again, I'm looking to add at that red line, so adding to a winner here. So let's see if it wants to come down. Come on, come on, come on. Let me add, let me add, let me add. Good, keep coming down, keep coming down, keep coming down. Keep coming. All right, nope, I'm not going to putz around with that. Nope. When I'm adding, I need it to keep smoothly moving, not this wiggling around stuff. So I don't know. Made a little bit on it. Yeah, even now, all this putzing around, I was thinking there'd be a more emphatic type continuation there, and there was not. Therefore, I am out. Oh, the ironies. The ironies. Missed what would have been a nice solid winning trade for a trade that, no, I'm still overall green, but still just kind of in a sick and twisted way, kind of funny. I don't know this, and then I do this trade and it didn't quite work out. And the morning, in some senses, seems like it's got the potential to spin out of control on me. Spin out of control potential. I think that might be the name of this video, because that's kind of what we've seen evolve here. Started off well, and then I'm wanting to watch one, and then I get distracted and I watch something else, and then I miss what I actually wanted to watch, which would have been a winning trade. But then I took a losing trade, and then I take another trade. I add to it, doesn't quite work. So yes, this is kind of how things, at least for me, can tend to spin out of control. This kind of whole little sequence of events. So I've been trading long enough to kind of recognize I'm on thin ice right now. So yeah, how things spin out of control, or how things can spin out of control. One of those names. I think I'll go with that for the title. All right, I'm calling it good. Before I go, though, real quick, I do want to invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering. So if you are either a beginner trader, or maybe you're not a beginner, but you're still just struggling in your journey, doesn't quite feel right, then I'm very confident there will be some nuggets of wisdom in this class that can help you out. If you're a battle-hardened veteran with a rock-solid strategy, you are welcome to attend. My confidence level just is not as high that you'll find anything of value as it is for those first couple of categories that describe. But yeah, beginner trader or somebody that is just struggling, definitely get signed up. Very confident that this will hopefully point in some pathways and just kind of give you an idea of what things maybe you've kind of gone astray in your path. So go to claytrader.com/live, or just check out the link in the description area to learn when the next live class is. So thanks for hanging out. Make sure to hit that like button. Yeah, just be careful of things spinning out of control, because it's not fun if it actually happens.